Hi, this is Monty from Moat Park Vehicles, and welcome to another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just recently come in to us. This is our lovely 2011 plated or 61 plated or 2011 registered Volvo S40 SE Lux DRIVe E. It's 1.6 diesel turbo, covered 58,000 miles, fantastic service history, great ownership as well, in a lovely pearlescent colour. I believe from memory it's called flamenco red, with a black leather interior and satellite navigation. Now I'm going to briefly walk around the car and then give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now these videos tend to take about 10 minutes long. Sometimes they go on a bit longer because I do tend to chat quite a lot, and if you do meet me, you'll realise that. So why do we do these videos? It's all about trust, honesty and integrity. We try and tell you exactly how it is. So whether you're 2 miles away or 200 miles away, when you come to have a look at the car, it should be as I've described it, or as close to as damn it. We are all human. I don't intentionally go out to mislead anybody, to get anybody down here under any false pretenses or anything like that. So apologies now, but you know, she is a lovely car. She's done 58,000 miles, but she's not going to be a brand new car, guys. Now the reason why I'm holding the number plate there or the camera there is, please feel free to do any checks that you want to do, mileage verifications. If you want to get some history on the car, there's the original plate on the vehicle. So we've got a few Volvo stamps in the book. I think from memory we got 8 all together. I think it's 7 or 8, can't remember. Let's say 7 for the moment. So if you want to ring up Lipscombs, I don't know how much information they'll give you with all this data protection that goes on, but please feel free to give me a call. I can you know, send you any info you need to know about in the service book. Now when the car leaves me here today, we are actually going to use the car. I've taxed the vehicle, and we tend to like to drive all of our cars. We tend to put, you know, between 300 to 600 miles on all of our vehicles, just to make sure if they're okay. Anything that's highlighted, we get them addressed. So the car will need a service soon, so we'll be getting that serviced in-house, and it will be needing an MOT. So we won't do the MOT straight away, we won't do the service straight away. They're not needed as yet, but we will make sure for the lucky new owner of this car, it will be serviced and it will be MOT'd. Now please feel free to read any of my reviews on Auto Trader. They are all genuine reviews, don't make anything up, they're all verified purchases. Everything is fantastic, it's all 5-star at the moment, but I'm sure somewhere along the line a bad one will pop up. You know, I do tell customers we don't build these cars. I wasn't, you know, there at the factory 8 years ago building this car, but all we can try and do is we offer our customers lovely cars. Well, I think they're lovely cars, not your run-of-the-mill, something a bit more unusual, etc., that type of thing. So if you have a look at through most of my cars, I only keep about a dozen cars, don't keep loads, but we like to have a select hand-picked vehicles. They could have done 100,000 miles, they could have done 30,000 miles, but generally most of them will tend to be 1, 2 or 3 owner car, that type of thing. Anyway, I've gone on enough now. I tend to take my videos and pictures when it's getting a little bit darker or dusk. I don't like to have loads of bright sunshine. You won't be able to get to have a look at the car properly. So we'll start off on the driver's side front. Now this is a pearlescent colour, so we'll sort of, you know, some points you look at it will look quite dark, so if you're looking down the side of it and where there's sort of bits of where the sun's sort of shining, well, I say shining, it's going down now, it will look a bit lighter because it's a pearlescent colour. Now this is one of the first ones, I think they changed them in 2011. We had the 6-speed manual transmission as opposed to the 5-speed manual transmission. 0 road tax and fantastic on fuel efficiency. Now driver's side, we're going to go around the whole car, show you inside as well. There's a couple of tiny little chips along the bumper here. I'm going to zoom into them, you can probably just pick them up there. I have touched them up, pardon me, as best as I possibly can. But again, I think a lot of customers now know they're looking at a car that's going to be over 3 years of age. It's not going to be brand new. And the reasons with these videos, we don't use these to pick holes in our cars. We just want to show you what the cars are like. You know, there's no better thing than actually to do is actually stand in front of the car and have a look at it. But this takes a lot of the stigma out. What's the car going to be like when I really have a look at it? And we've all been there before. We've looked at cars online, fantastic photographs. We go and have a look at the car and it's nothing like what we thought it was going to be like. It's a lot like that on probably Instagram and God knows what else, and dating sites. A lot of people are not actually what they are in real life. Anyway, the reasons why I was holding the camera down the sides of the car is just to try and give you an idea of the reflections. All the colours nice and bright. There's no sort of dulling of paint or anything like that, and it's lovely. There's no nasty dents or gouges or anything like that. The only thing I would say is there are a couple of little marks on the door edges along here which I've touched up, but it's understandable. A lot of people opening doors and things like that on it. But you really got to have a look at this colour. It's absolutely stunning. It really is. You know, there's lots of these out there in silvers and greys and blues. You don't get them in the red. Now let me go back to the alloy wheel. Actually, all the tyres are Hankook tyres. This alloy wheel is probably about the worst one on the car. Now I've purposely parked it this way just to show you that top bit there. I have touched it up as best as possible, but it doesn't warrant having the wheels all refurbished. Okay, now I'm conscious of time. We're at 6 minutes already. I've only started on the front. Okay, hopefully if I hold the camera there a little bit still for a few seconds, you can try and pick that all up. Now let me just open the car for you. So as I mentioned, you've got black leather interior. You've got a couple of cup holders in there. Armrest. Now that remote control that you see in the center console there, that is to do with the navigation. Now the navigation's not on at the moment. Just need to put the ignition on and you'll see it sort of pop up in a second. There she goes, all working absolutely fine. Now, any lights you see on the dash there, it's only because I haven't started the car up, and it'll just say to me doors open, etc., that type of thing. Okay, all the navigation works absolutely fine. The climate control is super cold. You've got phone prep in there, so I say phone prep, you got Bluetooth connectivity for your phone, USB for music, Bluetooth audio, etc. Cruise control. All of your buttons on the steering wheel there to control the phone, cruise, radio, etc. And your light switches, you've got your light switched off, or you've got your auto. So that A there is for your auto. 4 electric windows, electric mirrors and folding mirrors as well. Lovely black leather interior with lumbar support for the driver and the passenger. Okay, in the centre there you've got the Drive E button, that's for your stop start. Let's go along the back. Oh, lovely kind of ruching that you get on this leather. It does look, it's nice and soft, really nice rouging on it, something like that. We got it wrong, but it looks lovely. Full set of mats in the car, front and rear. All the door panels look fine here. Alloy wheel. Okay, now you've got a little bit of corrosion in the center where the wheel bolts are, and the reason you tend to get that, it's normally I mean, I don't think a lot of car washes now, these hand car washes tend to do them. They used to spray this kind of acid in there that used to corrode the wheels. They'd leave it on there for 5 minutes or so and it would start corroding on the wheels. I don't think a lot of them use it now, but that's just probably there from a while. Doesn't really need or warrant having all the wheels refurbished, just only a little bit of corrosion where the wheel bolts are. Rear parking sensors, all working fine. Show the boot. Now you've got 2 remotes with this particular car, they all work absolutely fine. You've got 60/40 split folding seats. Lovely and clean in here. Now apologies, we are up to 9 minutes. And I'll try and wrap this up as quickly as possible. You've got your locking wheel nut key there and your spare wheel. It's like a Pirelli, I think it is. Might be a Pirelli. Not too sure. Just say spare wheel. Oh, it is a Pirelli. Yeah, Pirelli spare wheel. Let's just tuck that in there. And then I'll show you the warning triangle. All really good around the back bumper. Couple of tiny little hairline scratches that I've tried to polish out as best as possible, but they're very minute. Tyres, got plenty of tread on the tyres. There will be a picture of the tyres, and then let's just try and show you down this side as well. Not too sure how much of the reflections you're going to pick up, but we always tend to use HD cameras. I think some dealers have started doing these videos now. I've been for a good 3 or 4 years now, these videos that I think they used to be about sort of 6 or 7 minutes long. Now they've sort of grown to over 10-12 minutes, so apologies. But if you are interested in this car, it's quite important to you. So hopefully that all looks good in there as well. No ripping of the seat or fraying of any of the stitching. All looks fine. Door panels all look good here as well. There'll be pictures of the door panels as well. I tend to put as many pictures as I possibly can of the car. Now there were a couple of I think there was a couple of little stone chips. I'll show you in a second when I close the door, which I've touched up. Hopefully you can try and pick that all up in here. Looks lovely, that black leather interior. You've got adjustable height seat for the driver and the passenger. Now there's a little bit, and it's better you can see it from here, there's a tiny little bit of wear on the driver's bolster. You can probably see it there. As you get in and out, on this side here, as you're getting in and out, you're sort of rubbing it all the time, and it's probably just hasn't had any, there was a sort of cream that you can buy for it, a bit like a kind of moisturiser, but to make it a bit more supple. Door panels all look good. All of the aluminium trim looks fine. You get your aluminium trim there on the centre console. You've always got that. The Volvos, they have this kind of floating dash, so you've got a little bit of a cubby hole under there. And then you've got glove box. You've got a full book pack with this car. All there. So let's just go along this passenger side. Quickly. Hopefully that all looks okay to you. Wheels, this side, rear wheel, all looks fine there. As I mentioned, a couple of little bits of corrosion in the centre where the wheel bolts are, but it's minute really. Look, at the end of the day, let me just show you, if I took a picture from back here, you wouldn't pick any of that up that I've mentioned, okay? Right, there was a couple of little chips, and they're quite hard. I think they're just along here that I've touched up, one along there, but you can really hardly see them. All right, alloy wheel. Now again, this is the passenger side front. This is the one that tends to get most of the curbing on it because it's the closest one to the curb, but it's absolutely fine. There's a couple of little ones, one up there, one down here, all been touched up, all great. So what else do I need to show you the car? There was a stone chip on the vehicle, on the windscreen. It's just here, we've had it repaired, it's just there. It's on the black section. So really, it wouldn't come into the wiper, the drive or anything like that. And to be fair, you probably wouldn't even known it was there if I didn't sort of pick it up and show you on the video. So along the front of the car, most of the time, the worst bit about a car, because you've got stone chips, etc., that type of thing, but this car is in lovely condition. You are going to have a few stone chips here and there. We've touched them up as best as possible. There was a couple along the leading edge of the front bumper, which I've done. There's a couple above the sort of badge over here, which I've done. One over there, and there was a couple, if I can try and see them now, or we can't even see them, they're around here somewhere. There you go, a couple along there, and I think there was another one, yeah, along here. But I have touched them up as best as I possibly can. So yes, I've babbled on again. We're up to 14 minutes. I'm going to briefly talk to you about the warranty. So all of our cars will come with 6 months warranty. We give you 2 options, 2 different companies you can use. You can go home, do a bit of a Trustpilot and see which ones are better than the other, a bit like when you go on holiday or something like that. Restaurants, we all go on TripAdvisor, same sort of thing. We can do the warranty companies. We don't just give you a £25 warranty that will cover you for tuppence halfpenny really. We try and give you the best kind of warranties out there that I believe. And this is only my own personal opinion. We try and tick as many boxes for air conditioning, suspension, emissions, etc., that type of thing. We don't just give you an engine and gearbox warranty that will only cover you for £250. No, these are done to the value of the price of the car that you're buying from us. So whether it's £2,000, £5,000 or £10,000, that's what the total claim limit can be over that period of time in that 6 months. Each single claim can be up to £2,000, and it's done on 100% parts and labour paid for. As long as a warranty has been authorised for the work to go ahead, they will pay 100% towards parts and labour. All you would need to do is pay the first £75, which is like an administrator or an excess fee. All right, so I've gone on far too long. It's 15 minutes into it now, so I thank you very much for staying with me if you have done. But if you're interested in this car or anything else we've got on Motor Park Vehicles, pick up the phone, send me a text message, email, whatever. I reply to all of my customers. I don't always get replies back. I understand everyone's busy, but I'll send a message to every single customer that's inquired about a vehicle. Thank you very much for your time again. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye bye.